Hey everyone, Caroline here, and today we are going to be swatching all of my foundations. I thought this would be a fun video to film because one, I want to know what all of my foundations look like. I've recently purchased a couple of new foundations, and I know I have some foundations that are way too light for me now, but in the wintertime they'll be fine. I know I also have some shades of foundation that are too dark for me, some that have like just a kind of different undertone. So I thought this video would be good for me personally, just to take stock of what I have. And so I'm going to do that. We're going to get into the video. So, oh, I hate it when people say that. That always sounds so dumb. But if this video sounds interesting to you, then just sit back, relax, and enjoy your coffee with Caroline. So the first one that I think I'm going to swatch is my, we'll just go with kind of like my basic favorite go-to foundation. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is in the shade Desert Beige. I actually went to the Estee Lauder counter and was color matched to this foundation. I'm going to go, this is kind of, I guess, kind of what I want everything else to be. So like my perfect foundation would be a full coverage foundation that you don't have to set, but still looks like skin and is transfer proof. That's what I need in a foundation. So that one was the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and the foundation that I've probably had the longest and used to be my holy grail foundation. I used to wear this every day. I bought it because I was in my best friend's wedding and needed a foundation that was super full coverage and not going to come off my face. And her wedding was in winter, so I wasn't tan at all. And that one is the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This is in the shade 2.5. I think it looks fine on my hand, but when I wear it on my face, it just looks too, like I look like a ghost. It's got a lot of things that I like, so maybe I just need to pick up a new shade. I don't know. We'll see. The next one I'm going to swatch is a new foundation. I just ordered this from Ulta because they're having their 20% off of like everything sale. There's a coupon out there. If you are signed up for their rewards, you should have already gotten that. But this is the Pacifica Light foundation. This is in the shade Neutral Light. Pretty good. I haven't worn this foundation, but Tati just did a video on Pacifica makeup, and I think she tested this foundation and I think she liked it. I think Taylor from That Taylor also did a video pretty recently about this foundation, and I think she liked it as well. So it looks like it's full coverage. I don't know. I'm excited to try it out. It looks good, and I think it'll be a pretty decent color match, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. The next one that I'm going to swatch is the Derma Blend Flawless Creator Drops. Now this is a really great product. And obviously that's why I have it. Anyways, this is really cool because you can really do anything you want to with this product. So you can take one drop of this and mix it in with a moisturizer and get a tinted moisturizer. You can use one drop of this for all over your face and get a really light coverage foundation. You can use 2 drops and get like a medium foundation. You can use 3 drops and it'd be like high medium coverage. 4 drops, in theory, should give you complete full coverage. This product doesn't have any water in it, and it doesn't have any oil in it, and so it's like practically pure pigment. And it comes in this little dropper style packaging. This is in the shade 30N, and that is the color right there. This goes like a really long way. I really like this product. I think it's really great. It's great to mix in with other products as well. So like I've got another foundation. I guess I'll swatch this next. But this is the YSL All Hours Foundation, and this is in the shade BR20. I think that's like cool ivory. So this one is a little bit too light for me. I think, again, it will probably look fine on the back of my hand, but then when it's on my face, I just feel like I look like a piece of paper. But YSL products are very heavily scented. And like it's intense. If you hate fragrance, then I would not suggest this foundation. But I think it wears beautifully and it applies beautifully. It's just not my right color, which is fine. So maybe in the future I will actually buy the right color, but right now I'm just enjoying mixing this one with a couple of other foundations that I have in my collection. Like, we're gonna move on. The next one that I'm gonna swatch for you guys is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in the shade Soft Beige. This is $5 from the drugstore, and this is a great foundation. And it's not just great, like, just because it's like, it's fine for a drugstore. Like, no, I really think that this is just in general a good foundation. And I think this is a fine color match for me. It's what I'm wearing today. But I kind of think in general that Wet n Wild's foundations tend to pull a little bit more orange. So maybe I just didn't factor that in when I was picking up this foundation. Again, like, I like it. I use it a lot, actually. On days when I'm like, I just need something on my face, but I don't really want to use a high-end foundation. But I can't leave the house without foundation on. That's what I'll use. The next one that I'm going to swatch is also from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Cushion Foundation. This is in the shade Neutral Beige. I think that if there is a neutral beige in this foundation, I should pick this up. This is a cushion product. There's a spot for that comes with a sponge. I don't use that because I don't know. It's just not my favorite way to apply foundation. But then you've got your cushion in here. So I'm gonna dip my finger into this cushion. This is definitely a light but buildable foundation. And this is really great for having in your purse to touch up. So the next one that I'm going to swatch is kind of like the Dermablend Flawless Creator drops. The Kevin Aquan Sensual Skin Enhancer Foundation. It's not a foundation. You can use this product a lot. Like, yeah, you can use the Dermablend Flawless Creator drops. So this just comes in a little jar with a screw top lid, and you need the tiniest microscopic bit of this to cover a pimple the size of Mount Everest. I'm going to swatch this like right on top of my freckles that I have. And you'll be able to see, like, just a little bit goes a long way. I don't think that this undertone is the best for what I don't think it's what I really like. I think it's fine. A lot of times I will mix this in with a product that's not as full coverage as I want it to be. So it'll work fine and the color ends up being fine. But I think if I ever run out of this product, which I probably won't, I think I'll buy the shade 5, which I think has a more neutral undertone. But again, I really like this product. So the next one that I'm going to swatch is actually new to me. I've never used this product before. I did swatch it when it first came, when I got it in the mail, but I have not actually worn it. This is again something that I got from Ulta because they're doing their 20% off sale now. So this is the JCat Aqua Assurance Compact Foundation. I picked up the shade Ivory because Taylor from That Taylor has, she uses this in the shade Ivory, but she can only use it when she has self-tanner on, and I think in my brain I was like, oh, then maybe I can use that like all year round. It'll either be too light or it won't, and we'll just figure it out. But this is, I don't really know how to swatch a powder foundation. That's the best way to do that. But this is what it looks like in the compact. This is what it looks like on my skin. I don't know. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll see. We might like it. We might hate it. And if we hate it, we will figure out a way to use it until it's gone. Don't you hate that though? Like, I feel like foundations is one of those things, I want to try a lot of them, but I don't always want to be stuck with all of them. So it's just, life is so hard. By the way, can we talk about this cup? If I was a coffee mug, this is the coffee mug that I would like to be. I think like the design is very classic and it's really simple and pretty, but it's also got a little bit of spunk to it. So this is what I would like to be. I don't think it's the coffee cup that I am, but this is what I aspire to be. The next product that I'm going to swatch is the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination. This is in the shade Light. I've also got the shade Medium that I'll show you, and we'll just swatch these together. So this is the shade Light, this is the shade Medium, and I'll swatch both of these on my hand. So this is the shade Light, this is the shade Medium. I typically use the shade Light in more like summer, winter, or not summer, more in like fall and winter, and I'll use the shade Medium in like more the spring and summer when I'm being a little bit more bronzy, when I've got some self-tanner on or whatever. Love this product. Love using this, not like, I mean, as an all over actual foundation, but also I like it to set my foundation if I actually have to. The next one that I'm going to swatch is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation. And here's the deal. I know that this one is too dark for me. I know. I get it. But it's so dang pretty that I will just self-tan till I can make this work. I just love this foundation. It's not super full coverage, but it is buildable, and the finish is just flawless. I think when Tati and Drew Barrymore did that video together, Tati used the shade M3, and I'm typically a couple of shades lighter than her, so I picked up the shade M1. Probably should have gone with like L4 or L3, I don't know, but this is what it looks like. This is another one that has it came out with 12 shade range, or it's 12 shades in the whole collection, but they've now added another lighter shade and then 2 darker shades. So if you tried the Light Illusion Foundation before but couldn't find a shade that was light enough for you or dark enough for you, try again, maybe. And I mean, they've added 3 shades, so now there's only 15, but which is still probably terrible. But I'm hopeful that they'll continue adding shades, because again, I think this is a beautiful foundation, even if it's not like the most full coverage. But this is what M1 looks like. You know, sometimes I just want to be tanner than I really am. And that brings me to my last foundation that I'm going to swatch for you guys today. This is another new product that I got from Ulta, and I haven't worn it yet, so I don't know how it wears or anything. But I've heard really good things about it. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have this shade Buff Beige, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be too dark for me, but I don't really care. I'll just wear it when I'm really self-tanned. It's going to be fine. And, oh, maybe it's a little better than I thought it would be. I definitely did not need to pump all of that out, but this is this foundation, this is Buff Beige, the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. And that's going to be it for today's video. Leave me some comments down below about what's in your foundation collection. Do you have a foundation collection, or are you a more buy one foundation and use it until it's gone? Because I definitely used to be that person. It probably wasn't until like 2 years ago when I started buying a couple of foundations at a time. Just let me know in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I promise it'll be fun. Okay, bye guys.